Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. This is your first time here. Please hit that subscribe button. Get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on a video. Welcome to a bonus video. This is episode 59.5 because I've actually already recorded episode 60, but the new DLC came out yesterday and I've been working on my mods, trying to get them all sorted out. And I finally was able to get into the city, so I figured now that I'm in the city, might as well record a bonus video about what the plans are for the new DLC and Fort Prairie. And we'll talk about some other things. So it's going to be a bit of a shorter episode. We'll do some building in today's episode, but a lot of it is just going to be chatting about the new DLC and the plans for it and kind of looking at it. Now, my channel is not a news channel. I don't really, talk about, every single little detail in the new updates. And I don't, get the file early, so I can't get in the game early and work out all my mods early. So this is kind of a bit of a rushed video, to be honest with you, but I'm really excited to show you my plans for this new DLC. As some of you may know, we have put on hold any building in the downtown until the new DLC came out, because to be honest, I was a little bit surprised that it came out today. I figured it would be a little while before we got the new DLC. So, bad timing with me taking this week off as well. So hopefully you like this bonus Thursday video. I haven't posted a Thursday video in a long time. So hope you like this. We'll be back in Fort Prairie on Monday with the video that I've actually already pre-recorded, or I'll push that for Wednesday so we get some more building with this new update. So we'll see about that. But let's hop out before we spoil episode 60 with these clips. So we'll hop out here. And here we are back in the city of Fort Prairie. We're not going to look any farther south than us because in episode 60 we go build out in Ordway, so I don't want to spoil that. But, new DLC. Fantastic. Absolutely love when there's a new DLC, but it does cause some issues with some mods, and things will look a little bit different. We've lost a couple mods. The Surface Painter mod doesn't exist. My poor concrete laying is all gone, so we'll have to wait for that. So for that to come back. So let's kind of talk about the new DLC. So there was a free update. There was the Promenades and Plazas DLC. There was the Mid-Century Modern Content Creator Pack and the Seaside Resort Content Creator Pack. Now I am going to use something from every single one of those updates in our videos. So let's start off with the free road update. So there's an update that added a few quality of life changes, as you know. And, if you're watching this video, you probably watched, Biffa or City Planner Plays video on the matter, or Overcharged Eggs live stream or something like that. So you know all the ins and outs. So I'm not going to waste your time kind of going through it again. But as you see, there's some funny things happening with all the mods. So yeah, new roads. A lot of the new roads are similar to the ones that we already have. I lost the notification that this is a workshop item or not, so I don't know if any of these ones particularly are, but I know that they added in some of these types of roads that we love using in our city build so far. And, it looks like they changed the logo for the asymmetrical road too. That's fun, especially with this one here, the 4-lane road, no parking. I don't know if that's the vanilla one. I guess this is the vanilla one compared to... let's try to find a road really quickly. I think it's right here. Yeah, so if I just really quickly place that down, this is the one that I have from the workshop. This is the one from the new DLC, or the free update, sorry. So they look really similar. So I'm a little worried that eventually we're going to have to lose these roads and we're going to run into the same issue that we did with Rivière de Montagne, but hopefully not. So yeah, new roads update. Not much to say on that matter regarding the city because we've already been kind of using those roads anyways. But speaking of roads, the new bus roads are very cool. Where are they though? So they're embedded in the bus tab in the transport section. And, it's a little bit tricky to pick out at the moment, but the one I am particularly keen on is the two-way bus-only expressway. Why? Well, you may know that we are doing a pretty cool little build in our series where we have a dedicated bus expressway, a rapid bus network, and some of these roads can be upgraded. So this one, for example, I don't know if I'm going to. Seems like I need to actually ban cars on it, so let's actually upgrade it. Hopefully Hopefully this vanilla road actually works. Oh, look, it also D-zones because it looks like it's a highway as well. I hope people can still walk on it, though. Let's turn anarchy on. There we go. So hopefully cars will stop turning in here after they're all queued up to do so. We'll see. We might need to ban them. But we still have, we'll still keep these ones. I don't know if they added in a new one of that. I'll have to look a bit more closely because I like having the bypass lane and then the stop lane as well. So we'll have to watch out for that. But you know, we can upgrade pretty much every single road along here until we get to our stations. I'm not going to upgrade any of the stations probably anyways because I really don't want that to mess up the stations. They're a bit tricky. Same thing right here. Let's turn off collision. Hopefully that will work. There we go. And then right here as well, we can do all the way through here. We'll go elevated, so it has an elevated version of it as well, which might be a little different than the one we previously had. So we might need to touch that up ever so slightly. And yeah, so we're just gonna do this all the way through. This is something that I'm really keen on. When I saw this in the, you know, the dev diaries and whatnot, I was very excited for this because, you know, this took up like 4 episodes of time to do. So I'm very happy that we get to actually incorporate it. And look at that, a level crossing as well. Does it still have the items? It looks like it does. Looks like there's a light on it as well. We'll have to look at that. It looks like the train kind of icon is still there. There's, you know, the arm that comes down, but it looks like there's signs embedded in between it. So we might need to play around with that eventually. But we'll also be able to do this. And you know what? Come into the realization that I don't think I ever showed this off after a video around this area, which looks really silly without all the concrete now, doesn't it? I just went through and added in some University Cities DLC stuff to this area to kind of fill in space in between. Uh-oh, we're running some issues with the bus network. Okay. So hopefully this can get resolved if I just scooch it or something. Hopefully that works. Now again, I lost a lot of my tools that help me keep track on everything going on in the city. Yeah, because this school bus goes right into here, so it looks like it should work. We still have a stop over here. Let's see if we can add a stop now from it coming in like this or something. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about stuff. This is going to get revised anyways someday, so no worries. Oh yeah, look, we're kind of just chasing the issue away. Same thing here. I wonder if upgrading that road right here messed up some things. Well, that's something that I'll have to kind of look at off camera here, folks. Oh, it looks like this one here just goes down the rapid bus network. Yeah, there we go. We fixed that. So let's bring it back here. Can it just not find a path, eh? Okay, well maybe it's just to do with the fact that... Oh, look at all these trees. Holy cow. Let's fix this really quickly. Yeah, it looks like they're not taking... Or there's some issues here with this node, it looks like. Okay, well, you know, I think we can come and revise the bus routes anyway, so I'll have to take a look around the city just to make sure that things are a-okay. Looks like there is no road access here. Holy cow, not connected to the lines. It should be. I mean, it's right there. The road is right beside it. Unless something changed that I am unaware of, this shouldn't be a problem. So what if we grab it with move it and we just reset the object? Hopefully that will fix it. Oh my gosh, fire. Holy cow. Yeah, I think we need to manually see everything now because of this tab that we used to have right here that used to tell me where everything was is gone, and it's throwing me for such a loop. Okay, so that was the bus-only roads. But there's also a bus station that I want to kind of look at, and that is the compact bus station. Fantastic addition, and I have just the spot for it. So a little while ago, we built this quick little bus network here. So I'm just going to make a quick little change to this area, and I'm just going to pull all the bus stops from here just onto this road. There we go. And then we are going to delete everything. So there are some picnic tables here as well. Delete this, and we can delete this as well. And why don't we choose this road? Why not? I'm sure that there's, I'm sure that there's one of the new roads that would work in this situation, but I am a little wary of finding it at the moment because I don't know what's going on with them. Looks like node controller here is pretty has been pretty upgraded. So we'll have to hope that we can fix this a little bit better than it currently looks like, because it looks a little bit funky. All right, that's good enough for now. And let's go find that bus station. Compact bus station. The reason why I chose this spot is because I think we can get it to fit in here. Maybe with a different road type. But we'll plop it right here off of this road. And let's turn off zoning through here. Probably should have done that first. Oh, we're going through an autosave or something? I don't know. Can't delete that. That's okay. Strange. Now, I wonder if we can just grab these and pull it in as best we can. Oh, wow. Look at that. Looks like it goes all the way through on both sides. That could be pretty neat. I wonder if we can actually raise this node up. There we go. And yeah, holy cow, looks like we can use this. And it looks like there's 4 slots on this compact bus station. So let's see if we can get this to work. So we'll drag this one in. Oh, it looks like they're pretty funky. So we definitely need that space then. So I think we can probably bump this in a little bit more. Uh-oh. Looks like I messed some things up. There we go. Hopefully that works out. And, you know, Surface Painter would just do so much wonders right in here, getting that all set up nicely. And same thing with this. This doesn't look the greatest here anymore, but I think we can still get it to work out. Now, some of these places have cafes in them and whatnot, but I don't know if this one does. Doesn't look like it, but it looks really cool. So why don't we go into the Park Life DLC here, and we pull up a cafe. And I think we could get this to fit. That would be nice. Just like that. All right, very cool. So compact bus station. Yeah, definitely love that addition. Love bus stations. You know, this was a great spot for it. I'm sure there's other locations in the city. Let me know if you remember one down in the comments, and we can go check it out. Looks like this is still having issues here, probably due to all this traffic here. That's really strange. Wonder if there was an update to some of the traffic AI with the updates. So it's something to think about for sure. Still don't get why it needs to be connected to lines. Seems like there should be enough buses in use. So for the time being, I'm just going to relocate it to over here and see if that solves the issue. Unless now bus depots need to be connected to actual rapid bus lines, in which case maybe we could get it on the bus network. I don't know. Maybe we can do something like this, and maybe that will fix it. Something to think about for sure. Let me know if you found the solution to that. But, you know, sticking with transit here, the next big thing that I'm really looking forward to with our series is this particular building. It is the... Oh, that's the... Yeah, so this one in particular was going to look amazing in what I have planned for Hanover Heights. because we had the metro coming in. It's going to stay elevated, and we'll have to raise it up at some point, but I think we could get this building to look quite amazing at the center point of a kind of commercial build, because if we go into here, there are shops in here. Andy's bowling alley. There's a bowling alley, there's a coffee shop, another coffee shop, and station information. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to incorporating that into our builds. And then there's a few more. This one, the parallel metro, would be really, really neat in some spots. I don't know if it's going to necessarily work out in this build, but the one that's going to definitely work out in this build is the large underground metro station. And I actually already have a plan for it. I was thinking of trying to get it incorporated in our metro down in here, but I think we've done such a unique job of kind of combining these two together that it doesn't necessarily work here, even though that would be a good situation. I don't want to necessarily change anything up, but right at Mackenzie Bridge Station, I want to change this here because we are going to definitely revise this at some point, and I think for the time being, and placing this down in here would be really cool. This is the kind of station I want down here, and why not actually have it anyways, you know? So let's delete this station. We'll delete this. I think we can delete that. Let's get this station in here. Fantastic. And then we'll just need to do a quick revision with this. So looks like we're going to need to delete this connection. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. Definitely don't want to delete the bridge. All right. And there's also one-way tram tracks as well, which is really, really cool. So again, this is just temporary, so I'm not too worried about it being entirely realistic at the moment, because the plan is going to be to connect this one up onto up into this side here, and then it's going to go straight this way, and then we'll have this line come this way and continue straight through down into this direction. So this is going to be such a key piece down in here, and it looks really cool down in this section. I think this can also start triggering some gentrification of the area as well. So let's remove some of this. All right, let's see if that kind of triggers some gentrification in this area, because definitely with Mackenzie Bridge Station coming in, I could definitely see that kind of occurring. Let me delete all the buildings adjacent to this side. Yeah, that works with me. Hopefully that changes some things up, and I think with some offices, this building might look pretty nice through here. But holy cow, look at the people. This is fantastic. All right, so that was the metro, and yeah, so what other, I guess that's all of the kind of transit stuff that I really wanted to touch on in today's kind of really brief bonus episode, planning episode. So that's really cool. One thing I put off was a hospital build, and they were so gracious and they gave us another really, really, really cool hospital. So this is the new modern hospital, and I think it looks really nice. I think it could look really, really nice beside this one as well, as like a part of a campus. Oh, sorry people, I know you're all really happy about that. So look, I'm looking forward to a hospital build soon. I don't know where it's exactly going to be, but it's going to be somewhere in the downtown core. And I don't think there's anything else in this section, so we're good here. Fire department. This is something that I'm really, really keen on. So it has the high capacity fire station. So I think we're going to replace these ones in here. So we have these two fire stations and police station. So we have the high capacity fire station, which is really cool. And then we also have the high capacity police station, which is also really cool. And I think we could probably get them to work together if we work hard enough. We could put it on an angle, which would be neat. But I guess we could do this. And this way we still have kind of this industrial road as like the side access into the buildings. And the main fire, this actually works really nicely right here. Then the main fire engines can kind of slide right out onto this couplet. I'm sure they would just kind of bypass the whole idea of it being one way and go this way. So this also frees up this spot here for some cool buildings. And then while we're on the topic of fire and police, one thing that's really exciting for me is these ones. These came with a Seaside Resort pack. I'm really excited for these ones because this looks like a old-fashioned schoolhouse, and I think it would look fantastic in this area. So Fort Prairie, classic build of the channel. Yeah, the European buildings look okay, but I think we can get them to look even better. So let's delete these, because I never really fully liked it, to be honest with you. And there are some cooler options available to us now. So let's remove this. And we can make like a bit of a pioneer village, and that's something that I've been looking forward to doing. It's a pretty cool build. Where was I just looking at? So we place this in here. It looks like an old firehouse or like an old schoolhouse, and I think that's so neat. And then we also have the same kind of thing right here, but with a different with the police stations. I'm actually going to switch them. And we'll place this one right here, right beside the other modern or old-fashioned schoolhouse. And we'll have this one here. I think you can make some really cool builds, especially with the surface painter mod, which we had to remove for this build. It would be really neat to kind of get some dirt through here and whatnot. So that is something I'm looking forward to a lot, and redoing kind of the forts. Then, you know what? I actually want this on this side, right there. So that's everything in here. We have schools next. So there's some pretty cool new schools. There is a high capacity elementary school, which I've been begging for cooler downtown schools. And this one looks like a school that I could put in a downtown core without it looking too funny. You know, like it looks modern and looks fresh. It fits in with the style of buildings that we're looking for. They have a high school 1, 2, and they have a university. Now they're all different sizes as well, which is something that I'm really pleased with. Okay, so I think that's everything. Oh, no, it's not. It's the historical library. This is exactly what I was just talking about for over here. This looks so much like buildings that you see in these old-fashioned forts. So I want to place one down in here. It looks like an old-fashioned barracks area, and with their hitbox being so small, move it really works well with this. And actually I think this one works better right here, especially if we realign them. Yeah, very cool. All right, so what is next on the list? So here we go. We went to the content creator pack section here. We've already kind of looked at all this. Oh, there's also the historical train station, which let's just find a spot we can just take a better look at it. Yeah, it's a very cool building. And I was thinking it would look really nice where we had Brownsville's train station. But I think I have a better plan for it somewhere near New Walsenburg area. And I think that's it for transit. Parks are is where, you know, we really start upping our game here. So I don't think there's anything in this section or plazas or the sports or the tourism or any of the other normal DLC ones. But right in here we got the pedestrian areas, and this is where we have a lot of the pedestrian roads and whatnot, as you probably are already aware of. But what I'm really excited for is these plazas, these small food truck plazas. There are so many spots on the map that I've been dying for a small plaza. It's just a bit smaller than this one, right? And this one is usually my go-to for small places. But, you know, a food truck, ice cream stand, small fountain plaza. So let's put this food truck plaza in right here. How amazing is that? It fits so perfectly right in this area. We got some food trucks. It's a bit funky with the elevation, so we can grab it with move it and get them all to the same height to help out with that. Oh, just that's fantastic. It looks so nice. And you know, we're kind of building out here anyways. Why don't we just take a quick peek at some other ones? The sunglass roof plaza would look so cool. You know, it would be cool if it fit right here, but you know, add some entryways into some really neat areas. That's really neat. There's also some larger plazas as well. So all these various size plazas, including ones that go across on both sides of an avenue. So I really like that. So really pleased with kind of all the downtown detailing that we're going to get available to us, including some unlocked ones, or some locked ones, sorry. And there's some more items like the carports, which are really cool. You know, it's really exciting for vanilla players. Definitely see them in Skylines 6, which, oh, by the way, Skylines 6, Sunday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, I'm up. It's my turn. And then this is something that I'm extremely excited for, are these hotels. So we got the Oasis Hotel. Love that. Love the look of that. We can just do some really fun things with that. We also have a motel, which I am extremely excited for. I've been using buildings like this from the Orange Tree as motels for a long time, so I'm glad that we actually have some really cool motels. And some roadside diners are really neat as well. Excited for some cool builds with that. I'm used to kind of going with these ones kind of for this kind of style as well, so we could definitely incorporate that together. And then we have this monstrosity right here, which looks so cool. It looks so much like I think this would look really neat by the airport personally. Cool kind of restaurant by the airport. And then obviously some new props, which I'm not going to go into because you may have already seen them in other people's videos. So we'll get to the pedestrian area soon. What's the plan for the mid-century modern? That is going to be, you know, kind of scattered around in different residential builds. I'm really excited for that. The theme doesn't necessarily work for this build here. The Seaside Resorts content creator pack, I have extremely large plans for it. I've been looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to seeing what the buildings look like. And now that we have them available to us, I can kind of tell you about them. So the Coast Guard Heritage Museum looks like a building that would be really cool. In Fort Prairie as well. So here's another one that we could place in. It kind of looks like the governor's mansion. So we'll place this one. Let's put this on the other side. So probably like the governor of the fort was living here at the time. This is kind of the main administration building. We also have the Abbott Hotel. I'm not going to use them all, don't worry, for Fort Prairie. But I think, for example, this looks really nice like a barracks. And we'll go over it again on the next video as well, except if it's the Ordway video like I previously mentioned. We have the Lafayette Hotel. So this one, for example, is not going to go in here. But really cool. This one as well looks really neat. Same thing with this one. Oh, this one looks really cool. It'd be really cool by a train station. Oh, I know, I just spoiled my plans. This one's also pretty cool. I'm just kind of checking them all out to see if they would fit with the theme of the forts. Oh, this is giving me some cool New Orleans vibes, this one. Yeah, that one might work, but no, I'm saving that one for sure. Same with this one. I mean, this one looks very grand and whatnot, right? But is that kind of the vibe we're going for? Probably not. This one looks nice. I think we could definitely fit this one in. Why don't we actually flip this? Actually, no. Let's just move it down. Let's see if we can get this one a bit closer. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. And this one has a cool, like, kind of farmhouse vibe to it. There are so many buildings. Oh my gosh. Oh, that one's amazing. Holy cow, I love this one. That's a really cool building for like a barracks right here, actually. Wow, if we had more space, that would be really neat. Which I'm sure we could recreate. Maybe this is the building that was here. Maybe we'll remake it one day. But definitely gonna come back to these buildings in this area because this is so neat. There are so many cool ones. And then there's obviously the actual ones that are used in the ocean and whatnot. A little too big for kind of what we're going for. There's some other ones as well. Oh, this one's really, really pretty as well. But what's the plan for this one? Well, I'm kind of running out of time for this video. we are going to make some really cool ski resorts. You ever seen Banff? Pictures of Banff, Banff, Alberta? Ski resorts. I think this would be really, really cool for some ski resorts. So let's plan them out really quickly. For example, we have... Let's just plan them out with park areas. I think this would be a cool spot for a ski resort. I want to put one out over on this side as well. And then right in here, I think is going to be a prime location for a massive one, especially because of the cool areas through here. So we're going to get roads up there. We're going to throw in some of these resort hotels in this area. I think it'd be really cool to kind of have these kind of like right in here maybe, especially this one. I think would make for like a destination hotel, you know? So I think that's really, really cool and really, really exciting. So that's kind of the plan for all those. I don't think they added anything else in other places except for right here, the pedestrian area landmarks, which we haven't unlocked yet, obviously. So let's end it off with some pedestrian area talk and also talk about the new maps. So there's 5 new maps. I don't really necessarily see any of them coming up on this channel. They're all really amazing, but just not for what we're looking for. So pedestrian area, this is going to be the main pedestrian area in the focus of next week's videos. So it's going to be right in here. And let's just shrink it down a little bit. We're going to come out all the way into this side as well. And I think I just want to play around with it because I think we could add in the arena district themes in this area. We'll bring it all the way out into here as well. And I think maybe we could also get it on this side as well. But we'll see. But this is going to be the main kind of pedestrian promenade area for this build. So yeah, we'll focus on this in the coming videos. So heads up on that. Very excited to dive into this. So sorry about this short but sweet kind of video talking about the plans with the new DLC in the channel. I'm really glad that I could get in to my map today and not have to worry about too many mod conflicts, but as you know, there were some issues. But oh my gosh, I love how Fort Prairie kind of turned out. These new packs look amazing. I think maybe if we just add in a couple of these larger trees, that would be so cool, just to kind of fill out the space a little bit. And since we don't have the surface painter, we can't exactly get all the dirt in and whatnot. But yeah, love it. Hope you do too. Let me know what your favorite thing is about this, and let me know if you have any plans for this series and the new DLC, the new content creator packs. Let me know, and I'll talk to you next time on Monday. Oh, or sorry, Sunday in Skylines 6. Have a good one. Peace out.